Welcome to another episode of Gaming Room Discussions, or Video Game Room Discussions, either or. It's that time of year where we get to scare ourselves or pee our pants over horror. And that is exactly what I'm going to discuss today. Horror games, or at least the ones that you could play that is creepy, scary. Actually, to be fair, most of these are not that scary to me. Yeah. Most of these didn't really scare me, but these are at least the games I could suggest that you guys check out for Halloween. Right off the bat, obviously Resident Evil is one of those classic horror titles that you would hear from everywhere. Because A, it's got zombies, monsters, and you name it, weird parasite stuff. There's a lot of good titles here. I mean, some aren't as good, and some are great. Resident Evil 4 is an awesome game, yet it did not scare me, but the atmosphere is pretty creepy, I'll just say. First game is pretty good. I have not played the second game or the third game as of now, as of this video, nor the remakes, but I heard they're great. While it kind of went downhill with the action pack, which ain't that scary, I heard Resident Evil 7 blew it sky high and made it scary again. The other horror game, I've only played the first one, but Parasite Eve. This game does have a creepy atmosphere set in New York, but New York has to be evacuated due to a parasite called Eve, or whatever she is, I don't know. She's a creature. I'm still playing the game, but yeah, I would definitely say this would be a great horror game to play for the Halloween time, even though it's set during Christmas. Well, I mean, we always have an evil Santa for Halloween, right? The next series, which is a classic, is Silent Hill. The games are very pricey, I will say, but if you are lucky, you might be able to grab one and play it, and they're really good. Second one I got it for a good price, but not the PS2 version, the Xbox version, which is not a bad version, but I heard the PS2 version's better. Silent Hill 1 focused mostly on a specific thing that was going on in the town, or that was expressed by something. While the second game has a psychological expression from one character that is seeing things. On top of that with several other characters. And lately I got my hands on Silent Hill 3. The third game is really tied into, the first one, and it's truly the sequel. And there's obviously the fourth game. I can say these are the ones that are the best in the series. Even Silent Hill suffered like the Resident Evil series. And while we could have gotten the PT with Norman Reedus as another Silent Hill protagonist and another Silent Hill story, sadly that just never came to be. Thank you, Konami. Either way, they didn't scare me, but they are a good horror to enjoy. Dead Space is another series that it's a weird one with me. I have not played the first one at all the way. I played the second one maybe somewhat halfway, but never finished. I may have to redo that again if I play the first one. And I never played the third one. However, these are a creepy one, I will tell you that, because think about it. You're in space, isolated from the rest of the world, or humanity. In space, with these creatures trying to kill you. So why, I mean, that makes a great horror flick, right? So Dead Space is one of those, or would be now considered a classic in the horror franchise. Yeah, it does borrow the elements of Resident Evil 4, but overall it does pack a punch. Speaking of Resident Evil 4, there is also The Evil Within. While it's not technically a scary game, if you want a horror, gory sort of fest, this is the type of game for you. The first one, it's underrated. I played some of the second The Evil Within, and I gotta say, pretty good so far. I still have to play more of it, but from what I've played, yes, it looks like it achieves a lot from the first one, but the first one is also still pretty decent. From the creepy atmospheres of different villages and towns collapsing, I would say probably my least favorite parts of The Evil Within are probably some of the city levels. They just don't really seem to fit that atmosphere as well. I mean, don't get me wrong, it's still great, but I feel like certain locations have a better impact on the horror feel than other places in the game. But yeah, the second one also does that as well, except feels more Silent Hill-ish. If you have a chance to play it for the horror month, The Evil Within is one of those horror games that you will enjoy. The other thing I am definitely going to suggest is Fatal Frame, where basically your only weapon is a camera against ghosts that would, try to kill you. This series spans several games. 1, 2, 3, 4, then 5, and then also a remake of the second game. In all honesty, this is a very decent series, and a different aspect of the horror genre. Ghosts and a camera that's the only weapon, I mean, that's pretty creepy, especially the fact that you have to get close to take down a ghost. And on top of that, it's a big, expanding adventure. While I never played the fourth one, nor the remake of the second game, I will say they look pretty good. Though they never came out of Japan. I know the Wii U had a re-release of the Wii version of the second Fatal Frame game in Britain, or, Europe. And sadly, while it was dubbed in English and British accent, we don't have it, sadly. But if there's any way for anybody to try to play it, I would definitely try it out. Overall, it is a good horror game, or horror series, and this would be something to play at night for the horror month. The other recent game that I've actually beaten, and might replay it again because it's actually choose your own sort of adventure, is Tokyo Dark. And I got the one for the Switch. Yes, this one. It's a detective game, and there is something creepy. The atmosphere is creepy. The soundtrack, when playing, it's also creepy. There are some points where it doesn't really fit because of the cutie anime type girly sort of deal, but it's a new step in the horror genre, I can say, with anime. I mean, come on. It's not like a survival sort of deal. You have to make choices. You walk around and talk to people. Yeah, you do have to read, but the story is engaging. I'll just say that. Haunting Ground is a game that is also underrated, but also very expensive. Luckily, my dad found it somewhere. I don't know where he found it. I had it for a while, never played it, and then I recently, well, not recently, but a few years ago I played it, and I'm lucky enough to even own this game without having to look for a cheap price, because it goes for a lot. Yeah, basically your only weapon is a dog to fight these stalkers that try to kill you. And you go around the castle in different places to try to escape it. Or die trying. Yeah, if you're able to find this, I would definitely check it out. It's really good. Just that a lot of people compare it to the Clock Tower series. I've never really played the Clock Tower series. I have at least seen clips of it. Or at least a few, yeah. But I do like Haunting Ground. It is a good game, though there is some disturbing stuff about it, I'll just say.
I might find you, Drew. Or not.
Okay, see, that's the first... Okay, this is the first time... See, when you did... See, here's the thing! Here's the thing, like, the first time I hit there, he didn't find me. Now he's down to the point where...
I don't understand this game! Where's the dog when you need him?
Another rare title, and probably the rarest of the bunch, just like the Silent Hill games that are expensive, and Haunting Ground, or Rule of Rose, Kuon. Kuon is another game that does have that creepy horror feel to it that I would really love to play, but sadly it is mega expensive. The only way to really play it is if you, well, yeah, emulate it or buy a copy. That's not even the real disc. I mean, if you want to spend thousands of dollars, then go ahead, but or even 5,000 or even 6,000, even 700, or okay, I'm exaggerating. More like 700 to 800 to 900 dollars you would have to spend to get this game, and I think that's a ripoff. While the game didn't do well, it looks very interesting, and if you are lucky enough to get it, get it. I'm still on the hunt for this baby. But it does look like a good game to play at night during the Halloween month. So most of the ones that I have mentioned while talking about these certain games I have not played. And some in the series I have. Though I will say Rule of Rose I have not played. I heard the game mechanic isn't the best, but it's also a rare gem. If you want something, well, family friendly, there's Luigi's Mansion. 1, 2, and 3, if you want to check those out. I mean, they're about ghosts, but if you want to have a family time. Anyways, that's all I have to suggest for the Halloween period for video games. If there's anything that I missed, let me know. I may have not have played it, so that's probably why. Some that went past my head, but overall, these are the suggestions I say check out. Or you guys could find your own type of horror game to play.